Hello comrades, Commissar Bro here today with another update. This one is gonna be a quick one because I've got a convention to go to. That's right, Soda City Convention in Colombia. If any of you are in South Carolina or the surrounding territories. But anyway, so yes, let's take a quick look at the world and how it is doing. As you can see, China is still kicking ass like a total boss. And then Africa, the Africa campaign is going swimmingly. Slow, but swimmingly. The attrition is absolutely horrible, so my soldiers are not moving through quickly at all. The only areas that are pretty good for supply are the coastlines, and that's because of their immediateness to convoy ships. Central parts of Africa are just horrible, like especially like if you see here, where the attrition is 15-21% and so on. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. So we're trying to take as much territory from the Allies as possible. We've almost pushed them all the way down to South Africa. We're getting there. We're getting there, baby. And the Allies' days in in Africa are numbered. Now, one other important thing that has been happening over the past couple of years, as you can see, it is 1971. It has been quite a few years since our last video. But one of the major things that has been occurring is our convoys have been getting sunk a lot. Like thousands, like over 4,000 ships have been sunk in the past couple of years because the convoys started bringing in supplies through the Mediterranean, and the Allies were not having none of that shit. We actually started to have to ramp up production of convoys because we started losing them so quickly. It's stabilized at this point, but we did go from almost 7,000 convoys to 2,300 before we started building more than they could destroy. So, yes, it was a very interesting little concept. As you can see, we've pushed through the Benelux region, and we are in northern France, on the border of Paris herself, having already taken over some of the outskirts of the great city. That's right. Paris is falling. It's happening. Now, of course, just like in real life with the Germans were unable to push straight through the Maginot Line, and we have suffered from the same problem. This line is practically impenetrable to attack straight from the front. So what we have done is we've gone around, and the Soviets were the ones who put a major push on this region. But now that I'm here, I've started to push even harder. Like they basically, I pushed into this area here, then they pushed deeper into about right here where this line is, and then I pushed even deeper than that. It's very, very slow going. Finding breaks in the Allied lines is truly where victory is being made. Now, because of the Allied Air Force sizes, we are not even able to field enough airplanes to shoot them down. We still have air dominance in terms of the number of planes we have, but the Allies just have more planes in all these various areas. Watch this. For example, if I press play, yeah, see, the Allied numbers bump up significantly. They went from 800 to 1,400. And see, just every day it increases more. The Allies bring more and more planes into the fight. Basically just outnumbering us and making it to where nukes are completely ineffective. Now, we can't even use them to break the line. If we do, we pretty much have to catch the Allies unaware. Now, they are constantly shuffling their planes to the northern parts of France, to the southern parts of France, to various theaters across the world. So, I've found that occasionally there are times where we can bring the pain, as it were, from a nuclear warhead, but you have to do it fast. Now, my strategy for stopping this Allied air dominance is essentially to take over the airfields, because they have so many airfields that we do not have control of. Specifically, we took over this one, so that took out 2,000 airplanes that they are able to use. We're trying to aim for Lorraine here. which right now it doesn't really have any airplanes in it apparently. But not too long ago, it had about 1,400 airplanes in it. So that's pretty much my next goal, is to take Lorraine's airfield, and also to cut the Allied supply line by conquering these two taking this territory and this territory within Lorraine. If we can take these two territories, the Maginot Line will fall, and we will be able to take all these divisions and put them back up here or here. As you can see, I've taken all my troops from the southern border of France, the one where we had pushed Spain all the way to about here, because there's no breaking this deadlock. I've tried busting through, but because of the mountains, the Allies have a defensive terrain, as do we ourselves. And just the way the Allies are set up and the numbers they had, we weren't making much ground at all. However, I moved my forces all the way up here and used overwhelming numbers to push holes in their lines, and that seems to work pretty damn well. Now, hopefully we'll be able to take Paris eventually, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. It is still heavily defended, and while it may look like only a few divisions, the Allied divisions have huge entrenchment values here and have huge advantages on us, being fully supplied and fully organized. So it's just not happening very easily at all. And that's really the major changes that have occurred. The Allied invasions of China have, for the most part, stopped. We might see the occasional one happen here or there. I will mention the disastrous Chinese invasion of Taipei in Taiwan. I essentially tried to send about 29 divisions that had been built to the island, and specifically to invade Taipei, which was a bad idea. And needless to say, all 29 divisions were lost. I have no idea how they were lost or anything. It didn't tell me anything. It literally, they were going to Taipei and then they disappeared. So I assume they were intercepted. That's about 290,000 men. I can only assume a couple thousand tanks and so on that were just completely wiped out. So, any more invasions, I'm not stupid, so I'm not going to try and do it again. Now, the eventual invasion of the Pacific is most certainly something on my mind. Now, we do have a much, much bigger Navy than we ever had before, as you can see here, with over 100 ships. So we are actually able to take on the Allies in terms of just some the occasional naval skirmish. We can't take on all their boats, mind you, but we can pretty much take on the smaller fleets and so on. I haven't been brave enough to send my Navy over here to try to defend these areas yet, because frankly, I don't think that's a smart move. I don't know what the Allies have, but I do know that they have some capabilities that might be more than what I've got. So I'm concerned. They might just have more ships than me and then cut off my Navy and wipe it out. And that's the last thing I want to happen. And like as you can see here, just convoys getting sunk galore. 137 convoys sunk in whatever that particular battle was. But anyway, so this has been a short little update. I know it's not really as short as it may seem, but I wanted to let you guys know what's going on. It is 1971. That's right, the war at this point has been raging for almost 30 years. And about a year, pretty much a year, it'll be raging for 30 years. And the Allies are finally crumbling under the weight of the Soviet and Chinese might. It's only, I mean, it's bound to happen. They're scraping the barrel. They don't have any more troops to recruit. And if they do, it's minuscule replacement. That's why they've been fighting more effectively. But anyway, real quick, before I do that, as usual, I like to give you guys a casualty update. So, let's take a look at the communists first. Iran, 5.49. Mongolia, 1 million basically. Soviet Union, 44.39. The People's Republic of China, 28.01 million. The Arabian Assembly, 204,000. The Democratic Republic of Afghanistan, 1.16 million. The Iraqi People's State at 822,000. Maximus Portugal at 3.28 million. And let's go through the allies. The Union of Britain, 8 million. British Raj, 1.74. Romania, 1.07. The United States has taken major casualties lately, is at 13.57 million. The Philippines is at 742,000. The Netherlands, 2.41 million. France is at 12.81 million. Australia is at 1.36 million. Belgium is at 2.64 million. Guatemala is at 128,000. Liberia, 127,000. Luxembourg, 103,000. South Africa, 816,000. Czechoslovakia, 634,000. New Zealand, 100,000. Yugoslavia, 925,000. Canada, 908,000. Brazil, 1.82 million. Mexico, 2.65 million. The Republic of Thailand, 185,000. The State of Japan, 1.55 million. The Turkey, 687,000. Spain, 324,000. Bulgaria, 360,000. Hungary, 830,000. Italy, 5.1 million. The Republic of Austria, 401,000. The Republic in Spain, 984,000. And the German Republic, 6 million. Albania, 27,000. Tibet, 35,000. The Third Gongshi Clique, 3,000. And the Republic of China, 3,000. And the war is 71% in favor of the defenders. The British-Iranian war is coming to a close, ladies and gentlemen. It is absolutely coming to a close. And it looks like we are finally going to be able to beat the aggressors who so dared to attack us with, such unrighteous fury. Like, they were totally wrong, yet they decided to come at us anyway. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I know a lot of you are enjoying these little after-action reports, as I mentioned in every video, and so am I. So it'll be great to see what we see next. But anyway, this has been CB, and I'll see you next time.